Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode. I am pre-recording some videos because next week is Labor Day and my girlfriend gets 3 days off on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so I gotta get videos ready for those days because we're gonna be doing some stuff together, and I just want to have things ready. Also, I am gonna be moving soon, so that is gonna be exciting. And I will probably post some pictures or something of my setup in the new apartment, I guess, on Twitter probably, and on Discord as well. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, I decided that we're not going to do advanced rocketry today. We are going to be delving into blood magic and getting it semi-automated, as much as we can get it automated, basically. So I just used the destruction tool from building gadgets to get a nice big hole, and this is right underneath where we had our blood magic before. And I also have apparently some holes that I need to fill up over here. So let's just get that done, like so. So this is going to be entirely hidden. I don't know if I want to do something in the above so we can actually see it, but I wanted to do like Botania is floating, Astro Sorcery is kind of like also floating, but you know, over a lake, I guess, and then this is a regular building, and the blood magic is going to be like a dungeon basement-y type thing. So what I need to do first, let's get some smart cable. We're going to use red here, and then I need some terminals. So we have a pattern terminal, we need a crafting terminal, and then I will need an interface terminal, like so. We can also get a, let's just search for terminal. We can also get a gas terminal. We don't really need a fluid terminal. We don't actually need that. So let's just take this down all over the place. I needed, oh, we don't have wireless now. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're gonna just take this sea lantern out here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put some smart cables down. We're going to put the let's put them this way, because we have the altars facing this way, I guess. So let's just do that. Crafting terminal, interface, pattern. Boom. And then we need to dig down a tiny bit. And I'm going to need to go grab a P2P tunnel on the red channel that I have set up for blood magic. So let's go do that right now. I'm gonna need my memory card. Memory card, where are you? There you are. So let's get that going. Down here, this is gonna be the main one for blood magic. So we need to grab that, and we can just go blood magic. Okay. I also probably will grab a P2P tunnel, but we can get access here as well, so that should be fine. And I love the night vision that you get with Draconic Evolution. That's pretty cool. So how much space are we gonna need? That's gonna be, let's see, if we place this guy here, we can get channels going from this slot up to, that's going to be the smart cable, then the P2P tunnel, then the dense. And we're probably not going to need more than 32 channels here, I don't think. If we do, we can just grab off of this channel and get that going. So let's first of all set this guy up again. So let's get just a tiny bit deeper in here. So we can put an energy acceptor, actually not there, dense energy acceptor, and flux point. And then I can just fill this in. Give me stone, thank you. My middle mouse button doesn't work very well sometimes, so that should be that, and I can just place you here to get wireless access. Device online. Almost. Are you online? Come on, get online. Wireless out of range. It says online. Oh, right. Maybe if I put the blood magic thing inside, then we'll get it online. It was online, it just didn't have anywhere to be in range of. So we need a tunnel. I just search for tunnel instead of P2P, because if you search for P2P and you have something here, the 2 will go like that. Your pickaxe will move over. So we can just do that, and then grab a dense, even though this doesn't need to be a dense, but you know, it is what it is. We can just extract the dense cable down beneath the altar, because that should go right underneath the runes, which is cool. So we should have access to the stuff here. Auto search keep, toggle sorting direction is like that. And the pattern terminal, we can do that and toggle searching direction, and then everything else is fine. Wonderful. Can I get like a sea lantern right underneath here? And maybe another one? Depending on, actually, let's get a few here. And we're just gonna put you like right in all of the four corners, because we're gonna probably need to grab the dense cable out. And can we do some facades of some kind? Actually, we won't for the time being, because I don't know what we're gonna, what blocks we're gonna use for building here. Probably the blood magic type blocks, but for now it is all good. Okay, so let's set up a spawner for mobs that we can kill over the altar to get some more blood, because I want to get to the Well of Suffering. So let me set that up again off camera, and I'll be back in a moment. I made a bunch of blank slates, and I forgot I had a bunch in the system already from before, so we're basically up to the tier 5 altar on this one. I just had to make some bloodstone bricks, which is just a bloodstone shard with a piece of stone. You can see that here, bloodstone brick. There it is. You make the bloodstone tiles, and then you just turn them into bloodstone bricks. I don't know if the tiles work or if the bricks have to be a thing, but it works. And I have both spawners. I have a blaze spawner and a villager spawner. The villagers I used for blood, and the blaze I used for getting the Tartaric gems filled up with the will. So that is pretty cool. And I'm going to keep this for now over here. And then we're probably going to move the blaze spawner over here. And we're not going to need the villager spawner anymore, because I want to get into rituals. And I need to make some more of the reinforced slates, so the tier 2 slates, to get more ritual stones. And first of all, I need to make the ritual diviner, which is going to be more villagers. And are you off? You're off. Why are you? You shouldn't be extracting. Why are you picking up? Okay, fine. We're going to take this, put it here. Even though that one doesn't need to move, but that should still work. I have a conduit here, triggering this living rock drawer to extract items into the altar. So when I need to craft slates, I can automatically extract living rock. And I just have a cable with an export bus right there. You can't really see it right over there. That connects over to this dense cable, which is really neat. So we need a gas tier in an altar. So I need to grab my... Did I toss it in here? I think I did. Dagger of Sacrifice. And it's fun playing on 7 mean tick time, because everything is laggy, super laggy. So that is the elemental inscription tool. Then we need one of these, and let's turn this on again. So that should start spawning villagers. Yeah. That is the fire inscription tool. Let me just get a little bit more blood, just so we have enough. There we go. That is the water, and this should be the earth. And I have self-resetting levers here from Ender.io, which are really cool. They go up from like 5, 10, 15, 30 seconds or so, and they're really neat. We can also make the 4th tier one, which is this, and another one. We're gonna have enough. Nice. And with that, we can make a ritual diviner, which is gonna be this. Will you be able to shift click it in? Apparently not. So that plus earth, this, and this. Ritual diviner. And the next tier of the ritual diviner. Oh, there's also a dawn one? Oh, that's cool. That's dawn, dusk. Dusk is this. Dawn doesn't have a crafting recipe. And there's a ritual dismantler as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so the dusk one is going to require demonic slates, which are tier 4 slates. So what we can do is, I have some more... I have slates. I have these imbued slates, because I don't want to wait all that much. So we're just going to toss you in here. Wait for some villagers to come, so we can just get a bit more blood in here. That should be cooking. Don't know how much blood exactly it needs. But the villagers are very slow on dying, and we're out of blood. Spawn more villagers, thank you. There we go, that's one slate. And I'm just gonna make quickly the other one. And with that, we get the Ritual Diviner Dusk. And this one, I believe I sneak right click in the air. Yeah, Serenade of Night, the Ritual Full Spring, Timberman, Green Grove, Interdiction, Siphoning, Steadfast Heart, Speed, Grounding, High Jump, Laying of the Filler, Ritual of Luna. There's more rituals than I remember. Peaceful Souls, Soul, Suppression, Call of Zephyr, The Gate of the Fold, Shepherd, Containment, Crusher, Magnetism, Facilitated Crystal, Harvest Moon, Satiated Stomach, Ellipsoid, Culling, Well of Suffering. There we go. And it shows how many runes we need, 36 total. So I'm gonna need to make, the recipe for this is 4 slates gets you 4. So basically I need 20 more slates. So let me just make those off camera, and then we're gonna be ready to set up the Well of Suffering underneath the altar. I have dug out a little bit of space, and I also set up the Master Ritual Stone with the Hello Bat, with the Well of Suffering. It's just, as I clicked on here, you just right click this with the ritual stones in your hand, and it's gonna color them and place them to the correct layout. And this is pretty much the layout if you can see it. I'm not gonna be removing any blocks, but you can look it up online if you wanna see how this entire thing looks. And we also are gonna need one more thing, now that I remember, add the blood magic, blood, I said. We are gonna need, where are you? No, that's a demon blood shard. We need this guy. Weak, and then the awakened one is, okay, it's something special, but I think we just need the weak one for this. So that's just a lava crystal, which shouldn't be too difficult to make. Lava crystal. I should have lava buckets. Yeah, and then orb. Just do the magician one. There we go. And this is basically, I believe it can be used as a furnace fuel. Are you gonna have enough blood to do your thing? Or do we need more? We need more. Give me some villagers, please. Let's see if we can get that converted. There we go. I can just right click to bind it to myself. And there we go. So if I right click this, this is gonna start working, but I wanna set up everything else beforehand, so we don't have to do any sort of weird magic-y bits with this guy. So we're just gonna leave it. We can activate it from the bottom. We can find enough space. So what I wanna do is have a powered spawner here. We're probably gonna move this, because the phantom face can reach 16 blocks away, so we can probably do the whole auto crafting thing like right next to here. So what I'm gonna do for the moment, we're just gonna remove all of this for the time being, because I want to have a nice and lovely looking space underneath here. I need that activation crystal. Thank you. So what is the range on this? Show range. If we do a basic capacitor, it still has a huge range. Is the capacitor just gonna affect the speed, and the range is just gonna be what the range is, I think? Yeah, okay. So let's do a octatic capacitor, because we have a stack of those anyway. So that's just gonna do the speed. We're gonna say active with signal. And one thing that I also need is do I have another red stringed comparator? I do. Because this guy, if we place it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it like this, and I'm going to hide range on this, and then we're going to grab a cardboard box and some blocks. So we can do that, and then I'll do, where can we, probably here will be fine. Oh, did you turn? I think it turned. Okay. So let's just break that. We don't care for the moment. So we're gonna do that. And then the blood altar is gonna be put back. Nope, not the ritual thing. Altar, please, thank you. So this can detect redstone signals from the altar. So we can hide like a ceiling somewhere. We're gonna see how much space we're gonna use up for this. But I'm gonna grab a comparator, and basically this guy is gonna read the altar. And if I can fly up, we can get a signal from here, and we're gonna put that signal with, I believe, a potentiometer is what we need. So potentiometer, and I don't need to double click that. That shouldn't be too difficult to craft. There we go. I can put that right here on a block. And we're gonna say, gonna be 14. Oh, that's emitting a signal through this. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, hello blazes. You're gonna despawn in a moment, and if you shoot at me, I have draconic armor, so I don't care. Okay, let's get rid of a few things in my inventory just to get a little bit of space. So that was to 14. And basically this altar, if we kill some blazes, we should get a signal only when the altar is entirely full. So let's see if we can fill it up. There's enough blazes here. No. So we're not getting any signal. Let's also grab a redstone dust just for demonstration purposes. And then let's go. We need to turn that on. Hold on. Let me. You know what we can do? Aha. Build up our entropy. So the thing is almost full. It is 800, 9,000. There it goes. 900,300. We get a signal. I think I need this on subtract mode. And then it's gonna emit when it's entirely full. Entirely full. And we get a signal. So what I want to do is we want to turn off the spawner. So we're going to say active without signal when this isn't emitting a signal. So the spawner is going to be on. Spawn the mobs. The ritual is going to hurt them. The blood is going to go into the altar. And once the altar is full, we're going to get a signal. And this is going to be getting a signal. Hello, Wisp. Can you not do this? Thank you. So that's going to emit a signal, and the spawner should turn off. So what I need is just a redstone receiver and transmitter pair. So let's grab the channel 4 transmitter, and we need the channel 4 receiver, which is somewhere here, channel 4. There we go. So transmitter is going to go right up here. Here. Okay. And then the transmitter, we're going to put somewhere here where we can hide it. Probably like right here. I wish we had, we don't have a redstone paste. That would be pretty cool. Because it allows you to put stuff on the walls. So, no, face downwards. There you go. And this one face this way. And we're going to do conduit. And put you right here and right here. And this one isn't facing down. Now you are. And we're going to say input on red. No, we need an output on red. So you're going to be getting a signal right now. We also need some power. So let's grab some conduits. And just do a flux point. We're going to put it probably down here on the bottom. So let's break that and that. Actually, we can't. Let's just use a draconic crystal, I guess. That might be easier to hide. Draconic. So we need an energy IO crystal and a wireless energy crystal. So we can put that somewhere here in the middle, like right underneath here. Let's go down to our flux point. I'm gonna put you right here. Hello, thingy. And we're gonna grab our crystal binder. There we go. Bind this to this, and then bind this to this. Aha, now you have power. Is you have power? Powered spawner, output. No links. Ha. No, that. There we go. Now you should have power. And we shouldn't have any blazes or anything. Oh, we do have blazes. Why do we have blazes? Active. Okay, we're gonna invert the signal. I love how blazes can't hurt me because I have fire resistance. It's pretty cool. Stop. 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 I could do zombies as well, and then just trash the drops. But blazes won't drop anything. Stop. Get away. Stop it. Okay, let me figure this out. Okay, I got it fully figured out and everything is decorated. And one thing that I like about the powered spawner is that it has too many mobs in its area and then it stops spawning automatically, so we don't get an absurd amount of mobs, which is really cool. So what I have is the same. I have a redstone transmitter. This one's on channel 11. I have plenty of these from when we had all the mob spawners before. Everything here is the same. The only thing down here is we have the 11 receiver coming into here with a redstone, and it's turning on the redstone torch, which is going to be turning on this, which is going to be turning on the spawner. And we could be also turning off the ritual, but I don't think we have to, because if we turn off the spawner is going to stop spawning. The ritual is then going to still run, but the ritual can be turned off from this redstone if we wanted to. Basically from this block, we can just drag a... you know what? Let's move this torch one block over. So let's do this, grab our blocks, put them here, torch, and the receiver here. Rotate. It like rotates twice sometimes, which is really weird. There we go. And then this guy can go here, and this guy can go here. We need to rotate. I get too eager. There we go. Okay. So if we grab a conduit from here, this should turn off the ritual as well, but I don't think we have to right now. We're going to sort it out later. But I have 85,000 LP. I farmed up a little bit more because we need 50,000 to activate this ritual. And if we right-click this, we should see the blazes are taking damage. And we should be getting life essence. Nice. And that's going to run... Oops. We don't need that lever actually anymore. That's going to run until we basically fill up our essence over here. It's slowly ticking up. And if we add sacrifice runes, we're going to get much more LP per each tick of the blaze. So the blazes... You drop sulfur. Okay. So we need a... this location thingamabob. So we're going to put you right underneath there. And then we need... a ranged collector, I assume. Are you spawning more blazes? No. Active with signal. This is channel 4, input, output. No, that's the output, yeah. Input, output, active with signal. This is a redstone torch, channel 4. You know what we might need? This. No? Why are you not? This is dark. Why you no spawn? This is active with signal. You should be getting a signal. Redstone, is that a that's a receiver. Why are you were working a minute ago. This is emitting a signal on channel 4. What gives? The ritual is draining our LP, I think. A little bit every so often. Or maybe it doesn't drain LP anymore and it only drains LP per damage on the mob. But this isn't activating the spawner. Hold on. I got it working. Just using redstone interfaces is much better than using those wireless receivers, because these can receive a signal directly and power blocks directly, which is really cool. So the altar is full. The spawner has no blazes spawned. The altar, I believe, will not use passively LP. So we have 52,153, 52153, and I don't think it drains. As far as I've read on the wiki, it drains only when mobs are being damaged, basically. I added a ranged collector to whitelist sulfur and inferium essence, and that's just being trash canned. Even though I could put it in the system, we have plenty of sulfur and plenty of inferium to not worry about the few bits and bobs we get here. And basically, the interface up top is connected to this block, which turns off the torch. This guy's connected to the spawner, which turns off the spawner. So if, for example, we grab a living rock, just grab a stack, we toss them in, just one at a time, you're gonna see Blaze spawn, they take damage, this guy keeps on crafting, and we just need to make sacrifice runes now to get more LP going in here. And I believe I have this set to these regular slates. So let's just, for the moment, because we're gonna need to probably manually craft a few more things. So let's just do a conduit, like that, same way I had it before, and then we're just gonna do an extract. Hello game, extract, always active, and I need a filter. Probably this guy has the right one, yeah. Game, will you let me insert? Thank you. Okay, so if we add some of this should make 64 reinforced slates for us. And if we grab some more living rock, just leave it be, we should get a bunch of reinforced slates. And what I want to get is probably automation for the Starlight crafting engine, because we are going to need, for example, for the rune of sacrifice, we need these crystal swords, and these are made with rock crystals or celestial crystals. Any type works, and a stick, and that makes a crystal sword. I could go and manually craft a bunch of these, but I can probably just automate everything I need for the Starlight crafting engine and have that running, and that should be pretty much good. Because as you can see, this isn't keeping up with even making the second tier slate. So let me just go over to the astral place. We actually do not need the dagger of sacrifice, nor do we need that anymore. We can toss these things in here. Our orb is fine. We have plenty of blood essence. Oh, it's draining. You know, it's draining slightly because we're crafting. And we have 51,000, so we gotta be careful not to craft too long. So let's grab like this many out. And I need to set up a system where we can, while we're crafting, we have the orb out of the system, and once we stop crafting, we put the orb back into here to fill up our blood essence. I kind of want to, in the end, actually just transfer blood from this and put it over to here, to this altar, and see if that's going to work. If we only need one altar, then we can just use one altar, and that one will be for show, I guess. But we'll see. Depends on how I want to do it. But this should, let's just do that much, because we don't really need that many reinforced slates just right now, and just so we don't run out of blood essence. So let me go craft some runes of sacrifice. I'm going to craft some crystal swords, and then we're going to set them up.
It is now the next day, and I did a tiny bit of work over here at the blood magic altar. I kind of decided to go with iron golems, and I just healed them up with an environmental tech. The environmental controller from RF Tools. This just has a regeneration plus module. It is using a 600 RF attack, which is not a problem. We're making millions, so it's all good. I have the red string comparator here with the comparator and the potentiometer, and I don't have the comparator on subtract mode, which basically means that this will emit a signal when it drops like something below probably like below 65,000 on the current essence that it has inside. And then it's going to tick the iron golems once to fill up the altar, which is really neat. And we have also the Archmage's Blood Orb now, which is a Gaia Spirit in a tier 5 altar with 80,000 LP. And I have, I think, some more runes. I used 2 more runes of augmented capacity in here. And we're using currently 15. And it's kind of better to use more, so I might in the future make a few more just so we can store a bit more in the altar. Because for crafting the end game slates, it's just better to do that way. Or we could just make regular runes of capacity, which are just imbued slates and blank runes. And these ones are just the upgraded runes of capacity. And basically, if you look at a regular rune of capacity, this adds 2,000 LP to the blood altar, which basically goes from 10,000 plus 15 is 30,000, so you get to 40,000 if you have 15. And since I have 15 of the runes of augmented capacity, I have 67,000. And if I add, let's say, 2 more right here, just so we can test, we should be at around 80,000 once it registers. Yeah, 81,000. So that's pretty cool. I upgraded every rune to sacrifice, just so we can use this altar for maximum blood production. And I will also check which runes do the output or the transfer of the blood, because we can transfer it into a blood tank, or a blood tank, like black hole tank or something, and then input it into this altar and use basically this altar just for generation, and then this guy for powering our network. And what we can actually do is, if we toss our orb in here, it's gonna fill up our entire life essence, which is currently at what is that? 6.5 million, and I think it goes up to 10 million. So basically, this could keep our orb always full, and everything else from the blood goes into here. Because I think the orb will absorb it faster than we could extract it. At least that's what I'm hoping for. If not, we can do the whole thing where we just insert the orb after we're done crafting and then extract the orb before we do the crafting. So over here in this one, we'll add the speed runes. We can replace these ones with the with like sacrifice runes in the future, or maybe we can do a few more of augmented capacity or something. That might be good. I made a bunch of slates, a bunch of these reinforced slates. Just tossed a little bit of stone in there, but I think I'm gonna end the episode off here, and we're gonna come back next episode and see about automating with a bunch of phantom faces the auto crafting of slates, because we can easily control that to have like 1,000 blank slates and 512 reinforced slates and 128 of another slate or so forth. And yeah, that should be pretty cool. So with that, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Also, consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.